And good morning. The holiday is over, so to speak. We have made it through Thanksgiving weekend. We got all the details of what went on in the area coming up at 7 o'clock. One of the first times that I can remember over Thanksgiving weekend, and we may have had some boo-boos, there was nothing major in our area. We are very fortunate and have to get a little hallelujah from aisle 3 over there. So it is good. We'll tell you all about what went on here in just a little bit. We'll get into national headlines, plus it's colder weather. How are you adjusting to it? It was nippy coming over this morning. We're sitting at 40 right now. Now, the further north we go from the Meridian area, it's going to be cooler. But 40, high of about 52 only today. Looks like the rain could move in anytime after 3 p.m. The National Weather Service giving it 3 p.m., logistically saying at this point it may be closer to 5:30. But again, things change. Like the Saturday forecast where they said sunshine. Never saw it, did you? Things happen. Mother Nature changes. We got all that and more coming up in just a moment. Again, burr as we begin this day together. Let's go out to Collinsville now and get our good word of the day as we join First Baptists of Collinsville.
With the coming of the last Sunday in November, we are officially in the Advent season, that ancient tradition of preparing our hearts to celebrate the birth of Christ at Christmas. Now, the first week of Advent focuses on hope, and that will be our focus all week here at Change Begins in You. We read in Isaiah 9, "For to us a child is born, to us a son is given." 7 centuries before Bethlehem, God spoke these words into Israel's darkness. His people faced invasion, exile, uncertainty, yet God gave them a promise to hold on to, a promise that would fuel their hope. A child would come, a kingdom would have no end. This is how God's people have always lived, anchoring their hope in His promises as they wait. They didn't see the fulfillment immediately. Generations lived and died still clinging to these words. But God's promise didn't fade with time. It actually grew stronger, more detailed, more certain. Every prophet added like another brushstroke to the picture of the coming Messiah. And then, in the fullness of time, the promise became flesh. Hope was fulfilled. The child was born. The wonderful counselor arrived. The Prince of Peace entered our chaos and came to save the world, just like He had promised. Today, in this season of Advent, we celebrate the hope of promises kept. But we also live like our spiritual ancestors, holding on to promises not yet fulfilled. Christ came once and promises to come again. And in this, we have unshakable hope as well, because God always keeps His promises. Have a blessed Advent. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. Hope you enjoyed that message this morning. As always, Brother Ben does a fantastic job. They'll have services on Wednesday and again on Sunday. You can drop by anytime. They're there Monday through Friday. Oh, let's see. We see Louisville joining us this morning. Smith County is up, Philadelphia. And we see that Charles is sitting freezing right now in Iowa at 12 degrees. Burr. I don't think I can handle it. Which brought to mind, I thought we'd look at this as we look at North Mississippi. Go to Doc's Toyota radar, 28 in Ripley, Mississippi. Now we're sitting at 40 right here in Meridian. That's where Meridian sits. And the further north you go, the cooler it is there. As you get up here near Tunica, we're looking at around 31, Iuka area, all along there at Tennessee, about 28. And you look at this as you get into Jackson, Tennessee, up in this area here, 27, as they also have a winter weather advisory for that area. So you'll see snow back here in Tulsa. Look at that. Springfield has got a little bit. Jefferson City, Columbia, Missouri, all those areas there. But Tulsa, Fort Smith, Conway could be seeing some in a little bit. That's what we've got across the radar this morning. It has been a big snow weekend for counties north, states north of Mississippi. Now, be careful if you're traveling in and about. We'll talk about a 45-car pileup I saw this morning? Wow. Talk about all of that and what all else is going on there. Good morning, Joyce Godwin. Good to see you there. East Tennessee sitting at 29 with a wind chill of 25. And don't forget about that wind chill. Boy, it gets rough there as we look around. Do you remember the home improvement star, Zachary, what was his name? Zachary Bryan. Yeah, that was his name. Let me show you his picture. Y'all remember him? That was him in home improvement back in the day. There he is right there. There's a picture of it from back in the day. He's been arrested again. This makes arrest it's number 6 in 5 years that he's been arrested. Oh, once again, he's hit someone. Back to jail he will go. Not turning out to be a real good person to follow, is he? We'll leave it at that. Lots I'd like to say on that subject, but we'll leave it there. Ellen DeGeneres is moving back. I know all of y'all were waiting with bated breath over that you were worried she wouldn't come back from England. Turns out it just isn't as great over there. It's cold, she says. She's coming back to the States. Maybe she can put up with Trump after all. Effective today, and we do a salute to North Carolina, as they're doing away with the cashless bail for violent offenders. They're calling Irina's Law. Do you remember the young lady that was on the train that was stabbed to death? They're naming that after her and doing away with this. Offenders will no longer be able to walk free without checking in. What was he arrested like 28 times? The most recent one of the girl that was set on fire, that guy was in his 45th time arrested. Not doing it anymore in North Carolina as we see that. Trump speaks out. And again, this has never been, I don't actually proven, or if anybody's ever looked into it. Omar, the lady that's in Congress, do you know what I'm talking about? It's always been rumored, and we'll put it as a rumor, that she married her brother to become a U.S. citizen. Trump says that's true. She should be thrown out of our country. There's a lot of people that agree with that. Now, as we see the rise of this across America, Islamic, Muslim presence, we look at something that has happened. And I'm going to show you 2 pictures of this. A daughter who, and this was in the Netherlands, didn't want to wear, do they call it a jihab? How do you say it? A jihab, and it's basically a scarf that covers your head, and all you can see is your face. She refused to do that. Her 2 brothers and her father tied her to a log and drowned her. She was found tied to that log in a creek. She died. She drowned, all because she wouldn't wear that. Now, I'm going to show you one from Fox News. This is what she looked like wearing the jihab, the towel, the scarf, however you want to word it. And let me show you what she looked like without it. This is her also, where she was online. She refused to wear it. The family said she was a disgrace and took her life.
Denmark has passed a law that if you move to Denmark, you will abide by their way of life, and it is illegal.
Well, in any country that you move to, you should abide by their new laws. That was the Netherlands. Who could take their own daughter's life is what, and they do this without blinking.
Oh yeah.
It's a sad, sad day. Now, this is particularly, it got under my skin this morning, and I remember as a kid watching Eddie Murphy. He made the comment to where he was doing a joke about going to hell, and he talked about the Hell Express. I almost feel like this might be the Hell Express here. How can you write books for 5-year-olds that have no idea what things are? 5 to 8 years old. And the name of the book is Abortion is Everything. Let's back up, America. We're trying to make this a godless country. To me, this is the Hell Express. If you want to get on it, join that book club. And here's the book there. Google's got it. The author's name is Rochelle Kessler and somebody named Amelia Bonow. That's a sad day, America. What could a 5-year-old gain by even hearing about this? And they made it a children's book to where it's a superpower to give abortions, y'all.
It's going to end up in every school.
Oh, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I've told you many, many, many times how this will end. There's a book written about it. If you profess to be a Christian, there will come a day that the American president is not. And they will turn on you and allow this to happen. That day is coming. It hasn't happened yet. Never know what's around the bend. I'm telling you, the worst day on earth, you cannot imagine how eternity would be. Get you a little Jesus is what I'm saying. See what else has happened here. I doubt that happens. We'll just skip that. That's just did. Ain't nobody going to arrest them people. We're just going to leave it there. Spartacus has gotten married, y'all. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Cory Booker is who I'm talking about. James Woods. Are you familiar with who I'm talking about? He's an actor. Sometimes he just can't help himself. And again, this is James Woods' word. Matter of fact, I'm just going to show you his Twitter account of what he had to say about Spartacus getting married over the weekend. There it is. Says, I wonder how his boyfriend's taking it. Again, I don't even know what to say about that. Spartacus. I will never in my life forget that man saying that. It's my Spartacus moment. And these people lead you. This is never going to work. But I guess most people have really forgotten Richard Nixon. But there's some folks trying to clear his name now and say that, well, it really wasn't so bad. Yes, it was. It doesn't matter if it was then or if it's now. It was bad. And what's his name? Thank goodness we had a what's his name staying at that hotel across the road that saw it all, and he called in and said,
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump solved the whole thing. We all know that. Thank goodness he saw it. Let's see here.
The power's out.
Another reason that America is great. The UK. Now, we may have come from there. We've had a bunch of fighting since then, but it's getting worse over there. It was a guy visiting the States, and he took a picture while he was in the US of A of him at I guess you would call a shooting range. He was just holding a weapon. He was arrested when he got back home. Now tell me America ain't great. But yet there's people that live here that would love to do the same to you. Never forget that. I'd have to do some deep, dark reading on all of this before I got weighed off too deep into something that I don't know all the details about. But I think there could have been a lawsuit at one point, but it's back. The largest American free-flying flag is flying this morning. It's 150 feet long, 78 feet deep. It's a flag flown in honor of Major Brent Taylor. The foundation put it up in Utah. It's displayed at the annual Coldwater Canyon, often for Veterans Day events, but it's back up and flying. I don't know if y'all have seen this. This is on Twitter. This is it flying across there. I think it was a group that got after him that didn't want the flag flying there. Can you believe that? In our own land? But again, I don't know all the details of that, so we won't go deep into that. But glad that flag is flying. That's a big flag. I think it weighed like 500 pounds. That's a big flag, y'all. Japan. Their big court got together. The Tokyo court says it's unconstitutional for men and men to get married. Ain't happening in Japan, they say. It's unconstitutional. Same-sex marriage will not happen there. Do you remember the Air India crash that happened? It was 260-something souls on board, and they all lost their lives. Well, one person walked away. There is rumors within that the government there may try to cover up what really happened. Speculation at this point is that the pilot may have caused that. One of those suicide-type flights. He never raised the nose, turned the fuel off. They're afraid that the truth may not get out on that. In other news this morning, let's see here. And I watched it, and I won't show the video because I don't have the right to this particular video. A 90-year-old guy was involved in an accident. This was in California. You know how you come up to a stop sign and then there's a business on the other side of the stop sign? Well, he just kept going. drove his car right into the coffee shop. And he was moving, we might say. He's going to live, but he got all kinds of shook up there as he ran through the coffee shop. Always know this, if you're picking out a place of business, never put it at the stop sign. It won't end up good for you in the end. It's always an incident of some sort there. As we go to accidents across the U.S., I-70, there was a 45-car pileup over the weekend. My, oh my, that's a bad one there. And I see the frustration here. I've heard Odie yell at his postal worker for not putting the package. You hear him in the background over there. They fight all the time. There was a guy here in Hartford, Connecticut that finally got fed up with it. He sued the U.S. government, basically the post office, because his mail kept being delayed. Well, it's still in court. Is he going to win? Probably not. He'll stir some feathers, and it'll cost him a lot of money is basically what's going to happen. And you know what? Your mail will be even later. You done gone and made him mad. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. We've talked often about this over the last couple of weeks, this Virginia football coach that's missing. He's still missing. Now new details are coming out. He's the one that was the undefeated high school football coach that was getting ready to be arrested for having child pornography. Do you know who I'm talking about? Family now talking about they saw him ease off into the woods with a weapon. He ain't coming back. It happens here as it did there. A lot of times, and remember this, there's more to the story than I can tell. I'm talking local. Hong Kong. Remember us talking about it was the tall building, the hotel that caught on fire last week. Death toll is now up to 146. My, that's a lot of folks there. Over the weekend at a banquet hall, they were holding a birthday party. 4 were shot. 4 actually died. 3 of them were children. Makes you want to shake somebody, doesn't it? We had a plane in Colorado slide off the end of the runway. Whoops. Nobody's delayed everybody. I saw some video from inside the plane of them getting off. It was chaos. Bless their hearts, they had an ordeal there. Let's see what else happened this morning that we need to talk about. I don't know this movie. I've seen bits, and I may mispronounce it. Zootopia 2? Did I pronounce that right? Zuda? Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's a cartoon type thing. It's number 1 at the box office over the weekend. 500. Zootopia? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
I was close, wasn't I? Zoopia? What'd I call it? Quit laughing.
I don't know.
I've never heard of it before. Zootopia. Well, after you say that, I see that the way it's written there. Zootopia 2.
Sound it out.
Sound it out slowly. $556 million opening weekend. That's pretty big there. Huh. Zootopia. I hadn't seen that one there. Caught me off guard there. Let's see here. Did y'all know there's going to be a Shrek 5? It's been 5 of them. Not today, donkey. Not today, donkey.
Are we there yet?
Eddie Murphy, of course, will return for that. And they got 2 more people I've never heard of that's going to be joining the cast. But 5 of them. I hadn't seen past 2, I'm sure. Man, she was rough to look at. 4 Houston firefighters were hospitalized, and this is one of the things you see it here locally, where a fire truck will block the lane when there's been an accident. 18-wheeler just run right over it. Sent all 4 firefighters to the hospital. 1 has been released. 3 are still in the hospital. They haven't given us a lot of explanation as to what happened to them. That's tough, isn't it? We hope they get well. Lives at risk. Be careful out there. We'll be right back with the weather forecast next as we get this day underway.
Hey, Ben, did you approve this?
What? Tax credit match, double your savings. Who did this? Where did this come from?
Ben, I really love the new promo.
Come with me. Hey. Who do you think you are? Oh, Annie, it's you. Where did this all go out to?
Our whole service area.
As the seasons change, so do your clothes. And Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Habo shirts, long and short sleeve. Also Hulk shirts. and America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church, and nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need to keep you dry in those wet conditions. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA.
Our record highs and lows back in 18 today, it was 81. Back in 1965, it was really cold. It was 18 this morning. Again, we're sitting at 40 now, about twice that amount there. As we look about what's going to happen today, here's our high, 52 today. As you'll see, the rain is going to be heavier from Meridian, sliding across here into Newton County, and that northwest corner of Jasper County getting a little bit wetter as well as we go north all the way to Columbus to Tupelo. And we'll see 38 there for a high in South Haven up there near Tunica today. Burr, 44 around Iuka as well. Down the Mississippi River, we'll see 46 at Vicksburg, and on the coast, well, we'll see 64. Tonight is going to be extremely cold in portions of Mississippi. As we go to that state line, about 28 degrees. We'll see that through Clarksdale. And again, I want to remind you, we'll look at this in a minute. We've got a chance of some flurries this morning and icy conditions up here around Clarksdale this morning, today and tomorrow. So be careful anywhere from Greenville to South Haven in that little corner up there. As we look at Vicksburg, tonight's low around 30. We'll reach freezing at Natchez and warm in Gulfport at 46, 35 in Meridian. As we look at what's happening in Bama today, 54 at Demopolis, 50 in Birmingham, and we should see 55 at War Eagle. Man, I had high hopes for that. Didn't turn out so well. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're normal here in Mississippi, but cooler in the extreme northern portion as you get near the state line of Tennessee, Alabama right here. A lot cooler there as we look at our highs for the next few days. 52 today. 35 tonight. Now, y'all get ready. If you have not bought your gas or it's running low, get it. Get it quickly. 47 for a high tomorrow with a low of 24 tomorrow night. You'll have a few pipes freeze. That happens there. Make sure you got everything covered, wrapped up, however you can do it. By the time we get to Wednesday, we're back to 56 with a low of 37 as we head toward the weekend. Thursday, 54, 57 on Friday. But here's what's concerning here. I know there's a Christmas parade on Friday night. That does not look like that's going to happen. It's Meridian? Yep. And again, this is early, and we'll be waiting to hear from Meridian, but a 70% chance of showers. It's looking better for the Meridian Parade. It is down to a 30% chance of showers. We should be able to squeeze that one and get by with it. By Sunday, the rain is down to 10% with a high of 59. Now, again, this is the outlook for a few more days there, and we might make it to where the following weekend looks good for parades. About the 8th there, 55, as we get toward the weekend. Wait a minute, I spoke too soon there. Sunday, we could see some showers. Friday and Saturday look okay. That'd be good for parade weather there. December the 15th, mid-month, showers in the forecast. Lows in the 40s there. Nothing too drastic or cold, but Christmas time is coming. We are close to Christmas. What's happening with our fishing forecast today, brought to you by Parker Wholesale. As we look about this, 7:25 this morning to 9:25 is your best time to go fishing. You've got a minor time this afternoon from 1 until 3. Sunrise happening at 6:38. As we look at our deer hunting forecast, brought to you by our friends at Wimberley, the best time to, well, let's get in, it's an average day. Not anything, don't jump up, down, click your heels. It's just average as we look at this. Now, as we get into the weather, the east wind 5 to 10 today. Major times to hunt 7:30 to 9:30. The best time, minor time this afternoon is 1:38 to 2:38. Early afternoon hunt. Sunrise at 6:38. Sunset rolls in at 4:49. That's rolling backwards and getting shorter every day. Let's go over and take a look at what's happening on the live radar this morning as we pull it up to go back to look at that. As we go to Doc's Toyota radar, again, not much going on there. We got just a little bit of a shower here around Natchez this morning. Not much to it, but a bit of one as it lies ahead of this rain in Houston. Again, cold weather throughout most of the state. We got a lot of fog and hot Atlanta if you're over that way. Knoxville has a little bit. And cold weather. Look at this snow as we get up here near Kansas, Topeka, Omaha, Nebraska. All of those areas have a lot of snow. As you get into Syracuse, we've got a bunch there as well. Saginaw, as we get into Michigan, I don't want to be anywhere near them. Burr, and Burr. Anything north of Mississippi is bound to get. We got some snow north of Tennessee this weekend, so it's been a tough one for travelers and truckers all across the U.S. of A. this weekend. We're sitting at 6:58. We're going to be back in just a couple of moments there as we'll get ready for the morning show, kicking off officially at 7. We got coffee brewing. I hope you got yours on the stove or in your favorite coffee maker. Grab a biscuit, come back and join us, starting at 7.